You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans. So Sophia Choi doesn't know it yet, but her baby lies are about to blow up right in her face because she has been too inconsistent, pretty sloppy, and she keeps saying the wrong thing to the wrong people. It's Melinda from Soap Dirt, and this baby drama between Sophia and Tate Black is really ramping up, and it's not going to be too long until everybody knows what Sophia did and that Tesoro is really her baby. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's dive into it. Sophia has been worried for a while that Tate and Brady Black would unravel the baby lies that she and Melinda Trask have cooked up. That stock photo was a big mistake. I just don't know. Haven't Sophia and Melinda ever heard of using an AI image generator, With everything spinning out of control, I just wonder if Sophia may do something extreme that prevents them from finding out the truth. She may wind up in trouble over the lies she told Tate, over the fraud. So we're also going to talk about whether Sophia might wind up in Statesville instead of Salem University. Now, obviously, Tate's going to find out sooner or later what Sophia did because he and his dad, Brady Black, and his friend Steve Johnson are all working this case, and Rafe Hernandez is involved, and he's going to be very actively on the case soon as well. So they could quickly discover that little Tesoro is Sophia's boy. This entire baby adoption process, honestly, has been just a mess from the start. Sophia and Tate were well on their way to having Johnny and Chanel locked in as adoptive parents to their unborn baby, and then Johnny found out EJ did that horrible thing way back in the day to Sammy Brady, and that's how Johnny was conceived. So he felt unworthy to be a dad, and he turned down the adoption. And then, of course, EJ DiMera got shot, and Johnny was accused, and that kind of iced the cake and meant that it would be harder for them to adopt Tate and Sophia's baby, even if Johnny changed his mind and had agreed to it. So all that drama and her losing hope put Sophia at a low point, and then she gave birth alone at home, and she panicked. And ever since then, Tate's baby mama has been telling one lie after another, piling them on, while Sophia was trying to keep the terrible truth hidden. Meanwhile, she is also relying on well-meaning but very sketchy advice from attorney Melinda Trask. And given that Melinda's parents made her give up her daughter Haley so that they could raise her as their own child, obviously Melinda really understands the tough spot that Sophia is stuck in. And, her mom, Amy Choi, is so overbearing. I mean, gosh, that's like reminding Melinda of her own parents. She really gets what Sophia is dealing with. And so Melinda cooked up a very detailed plan. It included a fake baby bump and a trip to Chicago to meet these fake adoptive parents, which wasn't a meeting at all, and then to do a fake labor and delivery that never happened. So, for a good long while, Tate and Brady thought they were looking for a baby girl, not a boy, and that the girl was born in Chicago a couple of weeks later than Sophia actually gave birth. But right now, Brady's on high alert since Sophia accidentally swapped genders while talking a couple of times, and Sarah seemed kind of off about the mention of the baby's sex as well. So he's very suspicious. And the bottom line is Tate and Brady have seen so many inconsistencies with Sophia's story. Even the phony adoption papers with the names redacted didn't satisfy Tate and Brady, of course. And that was even after Melinda's lawyer friend lied to Brady very convincingly. So now we've got him questioning the timing of his grandbaby's birth, and he's going back, he's talking to Steve, and they are reconsidering whether they might be off about when Sophia gave birth, because the more they dig into what happened in Chicago, the less they find. Tate told Brady exactly the point when Sophia started acting really dodgy. It was around like July 2nd, right when she gave birth, a couple of weeks before when she claims she gave birth. So that's what is going to trigger Rafe Hernandez to swab baby Tesoro's cheek and DNA test him. Now, it would be much easier for Rafe to test for a DNA match between Tesoro and Tate than it would with Sophia, because Brady can always swipe Tate's toothbrush to compare it to, pull a hair out of his head, you know. The one thing that could save Sophia from being found out is if Tate is not really her baby's father and Tesoro is tested against Tate and it's not a match. Lots of fans have been wondering for the better part of a year if Aaron Green might have gotten Sophia pregnant during that afternoon they spent binge watching Body and Soul right after she slept with Tate and then got mad because he called her Holly's name. So there may yet be another twist in this already twisted baby story. So while Sophia and Melinda are scrambling to stay one step ahead of Brady and Tate, we also have Sophia very distracted. She's got other things on her mind, like the fact that she's still hot for Tate and wants to steal him away from Holly. We do know that Sophia sneaks into Holly's dorm room to take naughty photos of her while she's snoozing. And at this point, Sophia seems well on her way to being the crazy, obsessed Jan Spears of this generation. So what we do know is that there is a good chance Sophia may avoid any consequences for her actions. It wasn't illegal for her to drop her newborn Tesoro off at the fire station, and it actually wasn't illegal for Sophia to lie to Tate about a lot of this stuff. Lying isn't a crime in a lot of cases, not in most cases. It's not ethical, but it's not always illegal. But the fake adoption papers could be construed as fraud, although Melinda created those papers, not Sophia. But if she finds out that Brady and Tate are about to discover the truth about Tesoro, I could also see Sophia doing something drastic, something that might be illegal. I also wonder if Brady pushed for Sophia to be arrested, whether Melinda would come in and ride to her rescue and intervene. Just like Kristen confessed to save her daughter Rachel, I could see Melinda confessing as part of a plea deal to protect Sophia, who she kind of sees as a daughter figure after losing her own daughter, Haley Chen, when she fell to her death at University Hospital. However, it would be pretty awful and ironic if Melinda made that sacrifice to save Sophia and got some prison time, and then Melinda went to Statesville and found out her cellmate was Kristen DiMera, who's the one who accidentally killed Melinda's daughter Haley by pushing her down the stairs at the hospital while she was distraught. That would be a truly terrible outcome for all of this.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.